Hello everybody, how's it doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. So before we start, let's do this after this. Okay guys, welcome back. Capcom vs NK2EO Akuma stage on the Nintendo GameCube. Mm, 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 mm. Sauced. Come on! Check it out. Best Akuma you'll ever play in a video game. Trust me. One of my favorite games of all time. This one. Okay. So welcome back on my video session. That was Capcom Secretarial Akuma stage. Absolutely incredible looking graphics in this stage. Fighting is epic. To get this game on Japanese is really good, man. So in my previous video sessions, if you remember, we were talking about the Freeloader. Now, Freeloader is a software which gives you a lot of help. Yeah, it's really important to have one of them. I have made 2 videos already on this Freeloader, but still something wasn't covered in the 2 videos, which I'm gonna complete the full on this software today. Now, if we understand properly, when we buy purple, black, Japanese Nintendo GameCube, yeah, and Panasonic Q games console, which we all know is a Japanese games console. Okay? Now, what is important about this? Because when we talk about this software, it was said that you can play US and Japanese games on PAL console. What does that mean? What are they trying to say here? Because you need to understand this properly. This preloader works in many different ways. Yeah? And when they talk about using this software on playing US and Japanese games on a PAL console, it means that when you've got the UK system, yeah, you will able to play US and Japanese games, man. Okay? As I already told you how the thing works, first of all, you have to put the preloaded disk in the system. And once it's loaded up on there, it will say that please insert a game. Do not switch the machine off. Press the open close button, which the lid will come on the top, and it will open up, and then you just put a game in there. You can put a US and a Japanese game in there and it will work. Now, okay, that's the part where it plays US and Japanese games on the PAL console, yeah? Now the next part is where you can play US games on a Japanese Nintendo GameCubes and the Panasonic Q games console, yeah? So even if you got a Panasonic Q, which is already Japanese system anyway, you just put the preloader on the tray, the CD tray, and it will load up. And when you see that screen, please insert game, just insert it. You just open the CD tray again, put a game in there, close it, and that's it. Voila! You should be able to play your games. But this is a way playing your US games on a Japanese system, isn't it? Now, the third one, it plays that, what it does. Okay. You can play Japanese games on a US Nintendo GameCube system. Yeah? So if you got a US Nintendo GameCube system, you will able to play Japanese Nintendo GameCube games on there. Yeah. But now the information that I haven't told you, we're going to be talking about that bit later on after this. Oh yeah. One of the best Yakumas you will ever play in a video game. Trust me, Nintendo Game Gears of 5. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on, boys. Come on, boy. That's what he says. Who does it say that to? Roo. Whoa, I can't stop myself. Okay. Right. Now this software is basically focused on playing US and Japanese games. That's what it does. Okay. Now, US and Japanese games on a PAL console, US games on Japanese Nintendo GameCube and the Panasonic Q games console. Plays Japanese games on a US Nintendo GameCube console. So, what problem can this freeloader have? The only thing, the problem with this software is it doesn't play PAL games, man. No, it doesn't do that. I'm afraid if you have UK software, it will not run them. I'm very, 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 very sorry about that. Let's clear this. Okay, imagine you've got a Panasonic Q games console, yeah? Now you load up this software in there. Then it says insert game. You will not able to insert a PAL game in this. No, no, no. You will not able to do this. I will repeat. Do not try to play PAL Nintendo GameCube games on it. They will not work. Now, if you've got the Japanese Nintendo GameCube and the Panasonic Q games console, using Freeloader on it, you won't be able to play PAL games. No. Not at all. No, no, no. You can't play them. Even you've got a US Nintendo GameCube system, you will still not able not. Not means no. You will not able to play PAL Nintendo GameCube games. It's like that. But what advantage do you have from this software though? You know, the thing I liked about this software, even it doesn't play PAL Nintendo GameCube games. Because PAL games are more easier to get than the US games, isn't it? But the impressive thing about this software is that because it's mentioning that you can um, play US games on a Japanese Nintendo GameCube and a Panasonic Q games console. Because end of the day, a Japanese Nintendo GameCube and the Panasonic Q games console, they're both Japanese, aren't they? So you will be able to use this freeloader in both the systems. It will do that. It's a bonus because some games on the Panasonic Q games console, especially games like Zelda Wind Waker or Zelda Twilight Princess, or even games like Sonic Adventure DX, Director's Cut, and Super Mario Sunshine, stuff like that. It's better them to play in the English version of them games. So what will happen on this? You can buy the US games, the English version of these games, any game that you struggle to play on Japanese, you will able to play on US on this system. It's really, really good, man. It's really, really good because obviously, my opinion, the best uh, gaming is all on Nintendo GameCube, man. Even the Nintendo Switch, right, has many, many missing games. We will cover that in a different session when we will compare the Nintendo GameCube against the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is not that good. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to show you my collection games, right? I've got 12 Japanese Nintendo GameCube games here, which I use for my Panasonic Q games console, which obviously my Panasonic Q is like, it doesn't work anymore. So I haven't got one anymore. So I bought them at that time. And I can show you which these games are only in Japanese. Just hold on a minute. Right, so I'm back again. Before we cover this session is really, really interesting to me because we're going to cover these games, which ones are available on the Japanese format only, yeah? After this, let's do this, Akuma. Oh, yeah. I like that. I love that music. Oh, yeah. Woo! Come on, boy. Here, have some of this. Mm. I don't own this game though. That's a shame. Okay. Right. Now I'm gonna cover the games, right, that never ever appeared. I'm gonna show you all of them, okay? So as I'm going through these games, I'm gonna be telling you this. Right. This is Bleach from Sega on the Nintendo GameCube. This one is only available on Japanese. So it's a very good exclusive that you can own on the Japanese format. Okay? Which is really, really cool, yeah? So you want this? This is only in the Japanese. This is not released on the PAL and US. Okay, is that one? So that's a good Japanese game you can get. Bloody Raw Extreme. Now, the PAL one and the US one they've got is Bloody Raw Primal Fury. But if you buy Bloody Raw Extreme, I know it's on all three of them, but on this you get 60 Hz and full screen out of it. Yeah, but it's available on all three of them. Yeah, by the way. Obviously, the picture's different on this. It's got Yugo on there. On the PAL and US, the cover's crap. He's not on there. Is that one? Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is on everything. So all three of them. I'm afraid. It's on all three of them. Okay. F-Zero GX, available on three of them again. But good thing to buy them on Japanese, you get 60 Hz and you'll get full screen out of them, yeah? That's why I bought some of these games on Japanese, because I wanted to see all that. Right, Naruto, I think Ninja Taisen 3 it's available Japanese. Not available on PAL and US. Okay, so this is another one that you can look forward to for Japanese entertainment. It's a really good game. This is Naruto Ninja Taisen 4, again Japanese, not available on PAL and US. One of the greatest Naruto game I have ever played. Trust me on that. I've played every single Naruto game, but this is one of my favorite Naruto games of all time. One Piece Grand Battle 3, yes, Japanese, not available on PAL and US, but I've never seen it. Check it out, man. Do get this one, it's amazing. R Racing Evolution, available on all three. If you want to see that 60 Hz full screen out of this Ridge Racer game, you need to get the Japanese version then. You need to get all of that. Smash Bros. DX or Super Smash Bros. Melee, available on all three. Sonic Mega Collection, available on all three. A great classic game from Sonic Team. One of the best you can ever play. Soul Calibur 2, available on all three. World Soccer Winning 11 6, Final Evolution. These games are hardly improved, aren't they? Available on all three. I'm sure it's available on 3. It must be. I mean, I would say one thing though. If there's games which are only available on Japanese, then you can buy them games on the Japanese side of things. Yeah, you could do that. That would be a really good idea. But if there's a game that you think is available on US, yeah, you could buy it on English version. If you find it's a bit difficult, I would say if there's a game that's difficult to play on Japanese because of the text and language, then it's best to buy the US game. But the other side is that if there's a game that's available just for Japanese, then you need to buy on that. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. So that'd be really, really interesting if you do that. That's an interesting way of looking at the Panasonic Q games console. I would say that both sides, it's covered on this system now. Yeah, it doesn't matter on the Panasonic Q games console. The US and Japanese, it's both on there. Yeah, using the Freeloader, it helps. Yes, maybe there's no PAL on there. Those don't really matter. Yeah, if there's a PAL, that would have been a lot better. They actually didn't do that. I would suggest it that if the company would have done that on the Japanese system, it could play PAL and US games in it. It's not doing that, man. The only thing you get out of that is just playing US games. It's still good. It's still great because it doesn't really matter, innit? If you got PAL and US, they're both just English version, aren't they? You get English text and English language. It's really, really good. So it doesn't really matter. But if they did that, they could have bought PAL in there. But this is the thing that was missing out of it. There is no PAL on there because this software is really made for US and Japanese games. So remember that, okay? Now everything fully is covered on this now. It's pretty interesting because Panasonic Q in its own right, Panasonic has made really amazing looking system from front to back with all the multimedia system, and Nintendo giving us Nintendo GameCube's games to play in there. And obviously Nintendo GameCube are one of the greatest and the most amazing games you will ever play on any games console. Trust me on that. It's 100% true. In our next coming video, we will be talking about how does Nintendo GameCube challenge the Nintendo Switch in gaming. Does the Nintendo Switch have enough games like the Nintendo GameCube? Okay, this is what this is about in my next following up video. Because we know there's so many quality games on the Nintendo GameCube. I haven't seen anything like it on any platform achieving at this level of games from Nintendo and third-party support. It's really, really pretty strong on it. They released such important games on there that the gamers need. It's all on there, man. Most majority games that we needed, they're on there. I mean, especially when we look at the side of Nintendo, yeah? It's really strong. Can the Nintendo gaming on the Nintendo Switch really compare with the Nintendo GameCube? That's really really interesting to know, isn't it? So watch out for that. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my full depth knowledge on the Freeloader that you can enjoy on the Panasonic Q games console. It's a vibe, man. It's amazing. You need to buy this thing for this Panasonic Q, yeah? To get the full experience of US and Japanese games in one system. Absolutely incredible. So there you have it. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.